fight fans, the following contest is scheduled for 10 rounds in the super lightweight division, and it is for the interim WBA Super Lightweight World Championship. Introducing your fighters making their way into the ring. First, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome Victoire Piteau.
Piteau, 14-2 with 2 knockouts. Ranked number 2 by the WBA. A pretty successful amateur, 35-16 amateur record, but she was the 2017 Junior French champion, and she said, Claudia, to be the youngest female to ever turn pro in France's history at the age of 19.
Exactly, and that's why she has the support of all those that participated in 2016, all those Olympians, among them Stella Muselli. Because she was so young, they felt the need to bring her into the ranks and show her the ropes. And remember, iron sharpens iron. So maybe a lot of that talent, a lot of that experience has trickled down to her.
And her opponent, making her way into the red corner, please welcome Samantha Worthington.
Here comes Samantha Worthington, who fought alongside Shields on Team USA since they became friends back in 2013. And later, Worthington became the first female fighter that Claressa Shields' promotional company, T-Rex Promotions, signed. That's got to be a great feeling, to be able to sign your friend to work for you.
Yeah, that's awesome. And out of all the ladies on this card, she probably has the highest knockout ratio in this card, with a big right hand. And then you see Claressa Shields backing her up. I love watching that. I love the support of the quote behind Samantha Worthington as well.
And what's great about Claressa, she said, look, I'll be wearing my dress, my hair will be looking good, my nails, but then before I fight, it all comes off. The eyelashes are off, no makeup. I get into beast mode by fight time.
And she knows how to do that. But the fact that she takes her time, she really shows not only how serious she is about keeping that door open, as we spoke, early in the broadcast, but to usher other ladies in and support them.
And here we go, Detroit fight fans. The following matchup is being brought to you by Dimitri Salita's Salita Promotions and Claressa Shields' T-Rex Promotions. Scheduled for 10 rounds in the super lightweight division, this matchup is for the interim WBA Super Lightweight World Championship. WBA supervisor in attendance is Kina Malpartida. The 3 judges scoring this matchup are Rose Gross, Pasquale Procopio, and Gerard White. And the third man in the ring will be Christopher Young. Now introducing your fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks trimmed in gold. Standing 5 feet 6.5 inches tall, she weighed in at 139.2 pounds. She comes to the ring with a record of 14 wins and 2 losses, with 2 big victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Saint-Mar, France, here is the EBU European Super Lightweight Champion, Victoire Piteau. Her opponent across the ring, wearing the black trunks and top. Standing 5 feet 7 inches tall, she weighed in at 138.4 pounds. She comes to the ring undefeated with a record of 11 wins, no losses, and no draws, with 7 of those big wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Folsom, California, by way of Lexington, Kentucky, ladies and gentlemen, here is Samantha "The Heat" Worthington. Referee Christopher Young with final fight instruction.
All right, listen, your truck's kind of high, so everything will be good from up here. This is fine. Ladies, you know what time it is. For the WBA title, you need to fight hard, fight clean, touch them up.
Samantha Worthington takes a lot of pride on being a worship leader at her church. She says, quote, "I kicked butt on Saturday and praised the Lord on Sunday."
Gotta love it. Well-balanced life right there.
And that's the butt she's trying to kick. Piteau out of Saint-Maur, France, who's won 5 in a row since suffering her only pro loss, a 10-round majority decision against Magli Rodriguez back in 2022.
Yeah, Piteau's southpaw, and you can see that Worthington wants to get past that jab with her upper body movement and land that right hand.
Boy, Worthington looks jacked in there, doesn't she? Look at her, look at her legs.
I was just going to say that. Look at those calves. Those are Manny Pacquiao calves.
Yeah, she's a unit, man. Yeah. I like her upper body movement. Look, see that's what I was talking about earlier, that, you know, when you have fighters that constantly have their upper body movement, their chin down, it's a harder target for fighters that start getting their jabs out and getting comfortable with their long-range shots.
Yeah, Piteau's got to be careful keeping her chin in the air. Worthington's got those heavy hands, and she's already landed a couple shots here in round 1.
Yeah, and she's fighting like a smaller fighter should fight. Upper body movement, touching the body, and then looping the shots over the top.
The right hook was going into the rib cage, and that takes a toll. Eventually, those arms are going to come down.
See, there's that looping shot. I think she needs to soften her up to the body a little bit more. Worthington does, and then she can go up over the top of Piteau.
That shot's going to land in like the 3rd round, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
64% of her victories have come by way of knockout, like you were mentioning, Todd.
And she's in the same weight class as Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. I said, how far away are you from being on their level? She said, I'm there now. You'll see.
Good shot there by Piteau.
In this performance that they don't want me.
It seems like Piteau doesn't really close her glove. You know, even when she lands that left hand, it's kind of an open hand. She needs to turn that knuckle down. In fact, she's slapping with her shots.
Yep.
You see when Piteau throws her combinations, there she doesn't close her wrist.
So Piteau makes it through round 1, but she's blinking those eyes a lot as if, boy, what have I gotten myself into?
Good work. Number 1, Samantha. Good work. Take your time. What you doing? Stay on the shot for me. Good round. Good round. Deep breath. Good work. Good work. Good work. Keep on the face on it. Good work. Every time you punch, roll their head when you last shot. Get out.
Worthington coming forward with straight shots. There's that looping shot that we were talking about. It came up short right there, but you could bet that it's going to land a little bit later because she starts touching up the body of Piteau.
Piteau has that glossy record, 14 wins, only 2 losses, but this is the first undefeated fighter she's ever met, and 10 of her 16 foes have had losing records. So a huge step up in class for Piteau as Worthington lands a few more hooks, but Piteau willing to throw punch for punch.
Yeah, she's taking the worst of it, but she's holding her own in there.
Barely, because those 2 left hooks went in on cue, and she was rocked.
Just a heavier-handed puncher is definitely Worthington, but the thing about Piteau is she does land shots. She's just not getting the respect of Worthington at all. She's not closing her fist. She's not really turning her shoulder and trying to get the power behind that shot.
And the result is obviously no damage every time she lands, no matter what. And I like the way Worthington, watch how when she throws that left, she comes from down up. She sits into a punch nice and patiently. She uses her leg as torque for that power.
Yeah, Sergio, Piteau's landing punches, but they're not nearly as heavy as the ones Worthington is.
No damage.
It just seems like she doesn't turn her shots and she doesn't close her fist. You can see that she's punching with an open fist. respect for her power even in this landing. Like right there, Piteau landed actually a check hook. Worthington made it up.
Worthington said, my goal is to win every second of every round. I'm going to go to the body and drown her in the late rounds. I promise I will stop her.
Well, she keeps going to the body like she did right there. Nice right hand, straight down the pipe. That's what's going to set up the bigger shot.
And now she was going for the body as well with that right hand. Worthington is really looking for this as an opportunity to showcase her skill. Like she said, this is not the toughest fight, but definitely the biggest.
Here we go, round 3. Samantha Worthington, who is signed to Claressa Shields' promotional company, T-Rex Promotions, and Claressa is sitting row 3 right behind her corner, even though she's fighting 3 fights from now in the main event.
That's incredible, the level of confidence in Claressa Shields to be, a fan for her friend and then being the main event, carrying this show. Incredible.
Well, hey, but let me be devil's advocate. Let's just say somehow the main event does not go her way. Are you going to be saying she should have been in the back of the arena? She should have been dialed in. She should have been watching these other fights.
Should have, could have, would have.
Of course, that's always the way it is.
Okay, all right.
Hindsight is 50-50, but right now she's looking cool and collected.
And look at Piteau. Piteau's decided to turn up the heat on the woman nicknamed the Heat.
I love the fact that she's throwing straight shots now and landing punches on Worthington now. She's not trying to hook now. She's trying to land clean shots, straight shots. They're not the hardest, but they're landing.
Yeah, but that's not deterring Worthington at all.
Yeah, because there's no power behind those shots, especially since she's not closing her fist, but still, they're points and she's backing up Worthington. And got the respect, some respect out of her.
When we asked her about her power, Worthington said, I've known that I have a powerful punch since I was 13, the first time she actually connected a knockout. So she knows she's evolved. Her body, her muscular ways, everything has evolved to what she is now at 29.
Oh, step in right hand for Worthington.
I like to see Worthington jab away and then throw his shots. Jab away, double, triple your jab, and then you can loop the shots over the top and dig downstairs. Piteau's giving you the opportunity to do that because she's stationary right in front of her.
Watch it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming your way, August the 16th, rising heavyweight phenom Moses Itamwa takes on Dillian the Body Snatcher White in a career-defining clash. He's only 20 years old, has been blazing his way to the top. There's rumors that he could be fighting Usyk if he wins this. That's what Turkey says he might want. See him collide August 16th. Is Itamwa anywhere close to being ready for Usyk, Sergio?
Probably not, but I would still want to watch it. I mean, Itamwa is really fun to watch. Powerful, young, great trainer in his corner, so he might not be ready for it, but he might shine.
But what happened to Joseph Parker? That's a mandatory fight now.
Look, Joseph Parker deserves all the credit in the big fights as well. He's earned his spot.
I'm sure Joseph Parker will be watching later tonight for the main event. Lonnie Daniels, a fellow New Zealander. Shout out to Joseph Parker, one of the nice guys in boxing. Great personality. A fun follow on social media too, always doing skits. Remember that video we had of him eating that raw fish right out of the water? He just pulled it out of the water and started eating it. No cooking needed.
I think Worthington is just looking for that power punch.
Yeah, but she's not going to land if she doesn't jab her way in. Nice right hand right there by Worthington. Caught Piteau actually pulling back with the chin up in the air. Big no-no.
That's a mistake we've seen along 3 rounds.
Neither of these fighters are closing the gap with the jab either. They're kind of looping their shots from out of range. You jab your way in, or you move your upper body to close that distance.
You know, we saw that a lot in the Serrano-Taylor fight as well. Amanda Serrano just never closed the gap. Was just throwing a lot of punches at her gloves, it seemed like. What do you think was going on with that?
I just think they know each other so well that they left it all out there already. It was more respect. It was a business decision. And they're a lot more cautious, absolutely, because that's what happens when you make all that life-changing money. You already been to the big stage of hunger. The hunger really is not there anymore.
But if you think about it, they boxed, then they brawled. They've gone at it. So it's the 3rd time, like you said, your move, I already know 3 moves ahead. So I'm being very preventative. I don't want to go through the damage. Even Katie said, you know, I don't want to fight you anymore. This is very hard.
Yeah. Well, will one of those fighters get in the ring with Worthington? She hopes to bait one of them in with this performance tonight, but Piteau just landed a good combination there.
Yeah, Piteau's actually landing some good shots. You know, still not getting the respect of Worthington, but at least landing some shots.
But I'm going to give her a lot of credit for being able to assimilate that type of punishment, because she's getting hit.
There's that looping shot over the top by Worthington, but I love those body shots. The ref didn't warn Worthington for holding on with the left hand while she's punching with a free hand, so she kept punching, which is what you're supposed to do as a fighter.
All right, here we go. Worthington and Piteau. Been fairly competitive. Piteau had her best round there in the 4th. But before that, it seemed like Worthington was comfortably ahead in the first 3 rounds. But she wants the knockout. She made that very clear when we spoke to her, Sergio. She did not want to win on points. She wanted to win in spectacular fashion.
Well, I don't know why she's so confident in doing that. She does have the power, but Piteau's never been knocked out in 16 fights. So that would be a big statement by Samantha Worthington. She could actually land one of those big right hands. And she's getting closer and closer to doing it because she's landing to the body now. See those body shots right there? That's what's actually keeping the chin up in the air for Piteau and taking those shots over the top, those looping shots.
Yeah, Piteau's got to keep those gloves up.
And it's the body work by Worthington that's actually going to be the demise of Piteau. If this keeps up, she needs to catch those body shots with the forearms and come up, catch and counter.
I like the way she's connecting that right into her solar plexus. Worthington is doing a good job at working that breadbasket.
Yep. Piteau landed a right hand, Sergio, and it just stopped on Worthington's face. It just stopped. Either Worthington's got just a massive iron jaw, or Piteau just doesn't throw with much force.
I'm telling you, I've been saying this since the first round. She doesn't close her fist. She punches with an open hand, it appears. I've never really seen, a puncher like that. Like not closing her fist. Like right there, that was a clean shot. Worthington just ate that up, keeps coming. No respect for the punches of Piteau.
And Piteau's trying to do her best at just staying nice and tight and throwing, but nothing causes any damage on Worthington.
All right, got 4 to go. Keep doing your thing. Keep digging down, taking it downstairs. So you just jab a little more if you can. When you get a chance, if you just stand there and then loop that right hand in, you land them a little good. You take your time, set it up. Spit it out of there.
Nice body work right there by Worthington, and that's why she landed that hook around the guard. It's the shot downstairs. See that? Picking downstairs on both sides of the rib. That's going to open up for the avenue for the shot, the left hand of the southpaw and Victoire Piteau.
That was textbook stuff there.
Yes, it was. You break them down from bottom up.
Round 6 from Detroit. Little Caesars Arena. Last night, Shinedown and Bush were here. Sergio, you didn't want to go with me to the concert, so I did not go. Love to hear Glycerine.
Shinedown and Bush. No, thank you.
That's not what you were jamming in high school?
No way.
No, he was jamming to Tucanes del Norte.
Yes.
Los Tucanes de Tijuana.
No, Selena.
We all jam to Selena. Don't be frightened, Sergio.
Celine Dion, man.
Right.
Where are the jabs? I want to see more jabs from both these ladies. I mean, to break that distance. See both fighters are on the outside now. You know, so right there they need to establish the jab to break that range. Or else you're going to come up short like Worthington did right there, and you're going to be at the mercy of counter shots.
Through 5 rounds, Worthington 105 of 313. Piteau 70 of 279. So again, she's landing punches. They're just not of consequence, Piteau.
Yeah.
It's like you'd rather get hit by 10 of Piteau's shots than 1 of Worthington's.
Nice jab there by Worthington. Short little jabs to stop the onslaught of Piteau. Those little jabs can be effective. They're frustrating. You know, you don't need to pull your jab all the way back. So just little jabs to back up your opponent to set up the big shots around the top. Good shot there by Piteau.
How frustrating must it be for Piteau that she's connecting with everything she's got, and yet nothing is happening to Worthington. She's not even skipping a beat at all.
This is the best round by Piteau. She's done some clean shots.
But not affecting Worthington at all. It must be very frustrating.
Now loop that bad boy to get a shot. Go work. Number 7. I believe.
So if Worthington wants that knockout that she promised, she's going to have to get busy, but I just don't think it's in the cards. Piteau just too tough, it seems. She can't really give a punch, but she could certainly take one. Piteau landing that combination there. But Worthington again just walks right through it. And Sergio, you always talk about a fighter needing to get another fighter's respect. Like, you know, give them a hard shot to get their respect. But when you, she's getting bodied now. But when you don't have the power to earn the respect, how do you earn the respect?
By frustrating your opponent with speed, making them miss. You know, making them miss and counter. You don't have to punch really hard to get respect. You just need to frustrate them and keep them off balance. Use the entire ring. Be tricky in there. Set up traps. There's plenty of ways to win a fight other than just power.
That requires a very extensive tool set, Sergio.
Yep. Well, that's what it takes. Look, when you're not born with the gift of a power or one shot, then you got to develop and sharpen the other tools in your toolbox, like you said. You got to be quick on your feet. You got to be fast. You got to throw combinations. You got to use angles.
And also,
plenty of ways to win.
I was going to ask you, in terms of the amateur pedigree, when we're talking about 2, 3 Olympic cycles. That should be part of your tool set by now.
No, absolutely. No, that's the thing about having an extensive amateur background. That's where you make your mistakes. That's where you learn. That's where you fight different styles.
Good round here for Piteau, by the way.
Yeah, no, the last round actually was pretty good as well. She threw a nice left hand.
Now she's outworking Worthington in round 7.
Yeah, as if Worthington either taking a round off or a little bit winded.
Coming up Wednesday, August 13th, the Riyadh season WBC Boxing Grand Prix charges into its quarterfinals. Don't miss a moment as top prospects and elite fighters go to war for a place in the next round of this global tournament. Watch it live on DAZN.
You got those. You fine though. You good. Keep doing what you're doing.
Nice shot there by Worthington trying to go around the guard. You can see Piteau just kept her hand down because she's in a clinch. Southpaw versus orthodox fighter, they sometimes clinch up and tangle up against each other, and whoever has a free hand is allowed to punch.
You know, you've given, I think, the last 2 rounds to Piteau. Worthington might need to be careful here. Fight a little closer to maybe we think it is.
Well, I mean, she's having success with that left hand now. I think she's actually feeling herself now. She got her timing down. She's not respecting the power of Worthington anymore because she's standing her ground, landing the shot straight 1-2 from that southpaw stance.
Let's check in with Claudia.
Thank you, Todd. I'm here with Coach Jackson. What adjustments do we need to do right now to make sure she clinches the win?
Well, she needs to use the jab a little bit more when she gets close. Don't get too close because this young lady is trying to grab her every time she gets close. So get your distance and then let your punches go.
How comfortable are you with Worthington right now?
Well, right now I'm very comfortable. I think she's winning most of the rounds, and she might have got one. Opponent might have got 1 round, but for the most part, Samantha's winning the fight to me. I may be wrong, but I'm biased.
A little bit. Thank you, Coach.
Now that was an honest assessment. He gave her 1 round, said he might be biased. I think she's won at least 2 and is doing pretty good here as well.
Yeah, she is. I think she's doing really well. I mean, she's finally landing shots where Worthington's not getting hurt, but nothing's coming back. Before, Worthington was eating those shots and coming back with combinations, and now it's all Piteau that's actually landing at the end of that punch.
Yeah, Worthington's shots seem to have lost a lot of steam as she eats her right hand, so now her punches seemingly are just as ineffective as Piteau. That makes it an even Steven type of fight.
It is. And you can see Piteau now getting her 2nd win. Yeah, Worthington looks tired.
But you know what? Coach Jackson just said exactly what you said about her being behind that jab, but also being very cautious. And maybe that's why she's not going full throttle against Piteau. I don't see where the hesitation is, but...
Another good round by Piteau.
Yeah, they're slugging it out here in round 7. Excuse me, round 8.
Every time you get a chance, try to move.
There's a little body shots thrown by Worthington, but not enough because you see Piteau on the back foot countering nicely. Very athletic footwork there by Piteau going backwards, being able to continue to catch and counter. Just an ebb and flow, a turn of events here where Piteau's actually changing the tide and winning these last couple of rounds.
Yes, that pendulum definitely swayed for Piteau. But again, that's why I asked Coach Jackson, how comfortable is he with Worthington's performance up to now? He's very comfortable. He says he has Worthington up in the cards easily.
Well, she's up, but I don't know if it's easily, and there's still 2 rounds to go. If Piteau can win them both, we might have some drama here.
Yes, we can.
I have her up by hair. one round maybe. So then again, we never know.
Good shots. I see straight 1-2, 1-2-3. All three punches landed by Piteau. Now the upper body movement of Worthington is not there.
And Piteau just doesn't seem as worried about what's coming back anymore. And that can open up a whole lot more offense when you're not worried about suffering a painful shot from Worthington, who was throwing bombs in the early rounds.
I don't know what changed. Either fatigue or maybe an injury that we don't know about. But yeah, she's not throwing punches with the same confidence that she was in the first half of the fight.
Well, remember I was asking you about the frustration of Piteau. She was connecting with everything, but yet Worthington was not reacting. Maybe now it's Worthington being frustrated because she has landed a lot more assertive punches, stronger punches, and yet Piteau has absorbed every single little bit of energy that she's put into it.
All three punches landed right there. 1-2-3. Beautiful shot by Piteau. Right hooks landing. Worthington taking them well, but nothing coming back.
Yeah, she's more on just standing there, taking the punches from Piteau.
See, there was a powerful right hand from Worthington, but Piteau walked right through it.
I was concerned about Piteau's confidence, you know, kind of dwindling away throughout the fight, but I guess she's actually increasing in confidence.
She's increasing the confidence and increasing her scores on the cards as well. The native of Saint Maur, France, is really performing well in the second half of this fight. And you can see the concern on Claressa Shields' face.
You really got to entertain, let it out. But listen, be smart. Don't just throw shots at it. Take your time and dig these shots. All right? Don't rush yourself. That's good work.
Do you think she's done enough in the first rounds?
Who?
Worthington.
Yeah, I think the early rounds were definitely Worthington. The last three can probably sway to Piteau. But the whole ebb and flow of the fight, it seems like it's changing. The confidence is actually going to Piteau now. And you can see the worry in the corner.
I have the 7th, 8th, and 9th for Piteau. And again, when you're coming from less to more, then your opponent who has actually controlled the ring for the first few rounds, her confidence has to dwindle away.
Well, you know, both of these women are going to let it all hang out here in the 10th. And what has become a very close fight. You didn't think it would look like this. Especially Worthington. She was convinced she was going to shine bright and get a stoppage win. Said this wasn't going to be her toughest fight. But indeed, it may just be.
Piteau keeps landing that right hook. She throws away 3 or 4 punches and then cleans it up and sweeps it with a right hook. Those are easy to see for judges. Whenever two fighters are exchanging, it's whoever sweeps it up in the end. So notice how Piteau throws 3-4 punches, then wipes it all away with a right hook. There you go. That's it right there. It's easy to see. Judges see it. So in close rounds, they're going to go to fighters like Piteau. There it is again.
And now the punches look more effective from Piteau as the fatigue setting in for Worthington. Her head's starting to snap a little bit.
Yeah, something changed in the last 4 rounds where Worthington just not punching, got tired, got flat-footed, not moving her upper body, and the confidence is in Piteau now coming forward. Just missed with a big right hook is Piteau.
Worthington still marching forward. She's landing punches, don't get us wrong.
But her mobility is not there anymore. You know, the fact that she kept moving, maybe that just took her stamina.
Worthington looking up at the clock. It has to be fatigue that set in on Samantha Worthington. She was throwing haymakers. That catches up to you if you're not prepared to go 10.
Come down to the final 10 seconds here in the last round as Piteau pulled off an amazing comeback. Or did Worthington do enough in the early rounds to get the win? And that will do it. Well, Sergio, who do you think won that last round?
I gave it to Piteau. I thought Piteau did well, closed it off. But maybe the last 3-4 rounds went to Piteau. So if she could have easily won one of the first five rounds, we might have something.
Well, if Samantha Worthington really is going to get someone like an Amanda Serrano or Katie Taylor next, what's the first thing she needs to work on in the gym?
Conditioning. I think she didn't have the conditioning towards the second half of the fight. I think more footwork, more explosion from her legs. She has a long way to go to fight the Serranos and the Katie Taylors of the world.
Saturday, November 22nd, the Mexican monster David Benavidez is live on DAZN from Riyadh as he takes on Anthony Yarde in this light heavyweight showdown. Claudia, what do you think that fight is going to look like?
It's always exciting to watch Benavidez, and obviously Yarde might be that one challenge that Benavidez needs to take his career to a completely different level. And it's always fun to see two brawlers just going at it.
So we await the scorecards from a closer than expected contest between Victoire Piteau and Samantha Worthington.
And Carissa's still here. She's waiting anxiously for the decision.
Well, our ring announcer is in the ring with the scores. Let's find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, put a big round of applause together for both of the boxers in the center of the ring. After 10 rounds of super lightweight championship boxing, we read the judges' scorecards. Judge Gross scores the matchup 99-91. Judge Procopio scores it 95-95. And Judge White scores the matchup 96-94 for your winner by majority decision and new interim WBA super lightweight world champion, Samantha "The Heat" Worthington.
So one judge had it even, the other two giving it to Samantha Worthington, one by 96-92, the other, Claudia, 99-91.
Yes, I have no idea what happened there. I agree with the 96-94. That's more of the card reflecting what I saw. But 99-91, I mean, Sergio, I hate to throw you under the bus, but what are your thoughts on that? Because I don't know what that is.
Well, I think two judges saw the fight that we saw, and then the 99-91, it's ridiculous. This is a competitive fight. Could have gone either way. Could have been a draw. Piteau definitely won the second half of the fight, but 99-91 means that she wasn't even in the fight.
Yeah, she only won one round according to one judge, but that's why we have three judges.
Yes, but missing 3 rounds that we saw, solid win by Piteau.
Beautiful shots to see Piteau on the back foot, throwing straight shots and sweeping it with that right hook. That's what I was talking about. Easy to see shots. And then you can see the clubbing shots by Worthington, holding on with one hand, coming forward. This is where Worthington still had her legs. She still had her strength moving forward. She still had momentum and confidence. But little by little, it started changing. You know, for Piteau, on her back foot, once she started landing those right hooks on the back foot, landing left and right, that's when everything changed in this fight and started going in the favor of Piteau. You can see that Worthington was looking up at the clock, not as confident, tired, fatigued, but she squeaked this one out, especially thanks to the 99-91 card.
Samantha Worthington believes she's worthy of a world title shot next. She has that regional belt right now, but she's ranked #1 by the WBA. She'd love a crack at either Amanda Serrano or Katie Taylor. But then again, who in this weight division wouldn't want that? That's where the money is.